Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. E3 2021, fast approaching. Sure enough, there's lots of things that we've seen, lots of things that have been announced for our arcade and gaming world. In particular, awesome new cabinets coming from Arcade1Up, such as Killer Instinct and things like that. With E3 fast approaching, we're eager and looking forward to seeing these cabinets in real life instead of just renders. Very excited to see the 2021 models coming out this fall and the fall lineup. And I did get my hands on some inside information. I have the entire Arcade1Up fall lineup in my back pocket here. However, we don't want to spoil the fun for everybody. We don't want to, steal Arcade1Up's thunder on everything. However, there is one arcade cabinet in particular that basically is a secret to no one. It's the cabinet that we all know about. It's the cabinet that we all know is coming. It's a cabinet that they've confirmed in interview segments and things like that. In fact, the Arcade1Up weekly podcast show themselves even said that this cabinet was coming, but we finally have a picture of the upcoming Konami Simpsons cabinet, and it's very interesting what's on that control deck. The classic Konami arcade game, The Simpsons, is definitely one of my favorite beat-em-up games, and probably yours as well. It's super fun, super hilarious, and it's a great time, especially when you're playing upwards of 4 players at a single time. And of course, if you've ever seen a real Simpsons arcade machine in person, these cabinets are super sexy, super gorgeous. You might see them in different variations out there in the wild, but they are out there and they just make you want to play them. So as you can imagine, having a YouTube channel, we're always snooping around trying to find stuff out, as well as having folks send us things, and sure enough, I was sent this particular photo. It is a photo from what appears to be the upcoming lineup of Arcade1Up cabinets that are being sold to distributors. And this is kind of like a sales, what they send to them, saying, hey, this is what we want to distribute. Are you interested in buying these? And sure enough, when you take a look here, we do have the Simpsons arcade cabinet from Arcade1Up. We do have a 4-player cabinet. This still looks to me like a render. Obviously, someone took a picture of their PC monitor here. It still looks to me like a render, not an official cabinet picture, but it gives us a good idea as to where we're going with this. This thing does appear to have kind of a more traditional arcade shape, similar to what we've seen on the Legacy cabinets. We do have the classic Simpsons artwork and marquee. That all looks great. If they're going plain blue on the side panels, that's pretty awesome. Makes the cabinet look like one long board instead of having a cabinet on a riser. And I'm digging the front with just the black on black kick plate with riser. And of course, we're going to have double coin doors on this particular machine to simulate a 4-player cabinet. That's kind of interesting. And if anything, those are either graphics or they're going to be plastic molds. Taking a look at the control deck, yes, you do have your Arcade1Up control deck, standard 4 players that you've seen on NBA Jam, Gauntlet, and others. But you'll notice smack dab in the middle there of the control deck, we do have what appears to be a white trackball. Obviously, what is that for? You don't need that to play the Simpsons arcade game, but you do need it to play another Simpsons arcade game, and that would be Simpsons Bowling. Also, it's important to note that on this particular sheet, you'll notice that they do have the Wi-Fi bar above the machine. This does appear to be Wi-Fi enabled, which totally makes sense. Arcade1Up is going to be releasing this X-Men 4-player cabinet, and if you guys recall, it's going to be Wi-Fi enabled, so you can play with your buddies online, co-op beat-em-up games, and it does appear you'll have that ability as well with the Simpsons cabinet, be able to play with friends, and who knows, probably stranger danger as well, play with some strangers. Either way, you'll get your online gaming on with the upcoming Simpsons arcade cabinet. It does appear from what I'm hearing, this cabinet comes with at least 3 games, which are very interesting. Simpsons arcade game, Simpsons Bowling, as well as the hacked version of Simpsons Tapper. It's a very interesting lineup. In all honesty, to me, it sounds like, you have this Konami partnership, you got the Simpsons arcade game. I think that maybe we could have gotten a couple more 4-player or even 2-player Konami licensed arcade games. There's tons of titles to pick from. But if they're only going to put 3 games on this thing, which is what we're assuming is the case, but don't hold us to that. Everything, of course, is subject to change up until release. That's going to be very, very interesting. So it sounds to me like that if this is completely a Simpsons-themed cabinet, you're talking 3 Simpsons games potentially. Does that interest you? Or is this only going to appeal to a Simpsons fan? Because there are some people out there who might not like this. Me personally, because it only has Simpsons games on it, I'm actually kind of leaning the other way, guys. I'm kind of thinking, as cool as this would be for Simpsons and Simpsons Bowling, I kind of feel like I'm missing other Konami titles that they could have easily gotten on here as well, hopefully, you know, for us to enjoy and play besides just Simpsons. Either way, guys, I want to know your honest feedback and opinions. We'll see the validity of this as it gets closer to release day, but I wanted to share it with all of you. And yes, although I have the entire lineup, I'm not going to spoil everything, because there is some cool stuff that Arcade1Up hasn't revealed yet, and I don't want to steal that thunder, because I think you guys will be really excited when that stuff comes out. Everyone already knows about The Simpsons, so who cares? Do us a favor, give us a thumbs up on the way out, and as always, guys, thank you for subscribing.